Praise the Lord, everybody. Welcome to On Point, the number one Saturday morning Christian-based call-in talk show in America, live every Saturday morning from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. on any smart device at David G. Evans, the number one, at David G. Evans 1. We are just so glad you've taken the time to join us. Won't you help us as we try to increase the number of people that watch us, listen to us, that are comforted by what they hear and guided by what we talk about on the On Point broadcast. So why don't you like and subscribe and hit that notification button. Help us make a little progress in the algorithm as we continue to have these pointed, relevant, biblically based conversations with you, centered around faith, of course, the Bible, politics, sports, current events, both nationally and internationally, but always from a biblical perspective. We are so glad you've taken the time to join us, and we need you to invite a few of your friends right now to join this conversation. We believe another conversation that will be significant, remain significant long after it is over, in your mind and in your heart, but also something to inspire your faith, lift your chin so joy becomes prevailing quality in your life again as you realize that all things indeed work together for good to them who love God and are called according to his purpose. Joining us once again is our world famous co-host, Reverend Nicholas A. Smith. Hey man, how you doing?
Good morning, good morning.
Well, it's just another Saturday. It rained all night. Like they said it wasn't going to rain all night, but it rained all night and half the day. And
save you some water bill.
Yeah,
Good to go.
yeah,
Take care of my
man.
stuff.
Yeah, go ahead. Nothing like that rainwater. Give us a call, 866 743 8267 866 743 8267 866 74 Evans. Give us a call. We'd love to have a conversation with you about what's on your heart. We have some topics that we always suggest as the format, but we're always open to certain subjects that you may believe are on your heart, but also tangentially or centrally spring from the topics that we suggest during the day. Politics, of course, is taking an extremely significant role. The Olympics is coming to an end. I can't believe we've got to wait 4 more years for it to come back again. I posted something yesterday that I thought was significant as it relates to performance, and something that I've been saying sermonically and biblically for quite a while that God revealed to me and I think makes sense, that we indeed do not rise to an occasion, but our physical, mental, emotional, and for the saints, that spiritual preparation is revealed by an opportunity. Most people think they rise to an occasion, but an occasion reveals the level of your mental, physical, spiritual, and psychological preparation. And we're watching people who have been beating the world away from the Olympics just not have it during this game. We saw Sha'Carri Richardson get smoked in the 100. We saw the 2, I think, primary Jamaican sprinters, females, not even, they tried to say they had an argument at the gate. One of them said, I'm not running now, which didn't make any sense to anybody with any sense. You don't wait 4 years to run and then have an argument at the gate with the guards and say, just because I had this argument, I'm not going to run. No. I don't understand that the 4x100 sprint team.
The men's.
Yes.
What? This is like an issue with them every single Olympics.
20 years worth.
Just
20 years worth.
You could tell the one guy, he was just out too far and just.
Bednarik, he blew that part.
Yeah.
It was so frustrating for me. Clearly, they had the fastest team.
Yeah.
But once again, if you can't get the stick around, it doesn't matter how fast you are.
Yep.
I mean, China was hanging there for a minute, and the anchors caught them. But they were in first place when they made the last exchange.
Yep. And they couldn't get it right. But what's interesting?
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Also, what was interesting about the whole people saying, well, they had the Sha'Carri and what's her name had the walk and all that stuff like that. So blaming that. So Michael Johnson was talking about how, of course, some athletes at a certain status stay outside of the village,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
He said, but for the most part, when it's time to go to the stadium, you get on the bus with everybody else.
Absolutely.
So if you know the rules ahead of time and they told you, take the bus,
Yep.
because any other mode of transportation may not guarantee you, even if they let you go one day, it doesn't mean it's going to be like that every day. You get where I'm going. It's
Yeah,
just,
I understand totally. When you get to the Olympics,
yeah,
it's not time to try to change the rules.
yes. Yeah. Stay where you want to stay.
Absolutely.
Find your way to the bus.
Absolutely.
Go with everybody else.
Absolutely.
There's no issue.
But I'll give them even this. If you're going to get your own transportation, find out that day what the protocol is for getting into the stadium. That's
And they told them, take the bus, because if you go private, you may not get in.
But I'm this, so they're going to recognize me. No,
I know.
get your behind on the bus.
Just go.
My good, or follow the bus.
Right.
Whatever you're going to do.
I know. But 4x1 women's, she came through an anchor leg.
And they were
She
less than stellar. If she hadn't had that, and she had a lot to prove in that.
Oh
thing
yeah,
too,
she
so
was.
She was running mad.
Yeah, she was. But she looked over.
Oh, I was like, oh, you doing a Marion Jones now?
Right.
And Marion was famous for looking at people when she
Yeah.
went by, man. But I watched more volleyball than I've ever watched.
Yeah.
I am intrigued by fencing. Taekwondo as a martial art bores the heck out of me because it's 98% kicking. The vulnerabilities of Taekwondo are so obvious. If you can get inside the legs, they don't work on punching techniques that much.
Okay.
I'm watching rowing. I'm watching.
Rowing's one of my favorites.
Isn't
It's
it
therapeutic
good?
for some
Isn't it
reason.
good?
I don't know why it's therapeutic. Maybe it's because it's water. It's just.
It might be the water, but the exertion, I think, the level of fitness to me is just incredible. Of course, the women's basketball, men's basketball, it got a little more intense as we got closer.
Yeah.
France has a good team on both sides.
Yep.
France is doing really well.
They are. The whole thing.
They're running well. They're doing everything well. I was like, okay, France.
Yeah.
You come to our hometown, we're going to show you something.
Yeah. The girls is balling. But
Yeah.
like we talked yesterday.
Yeah.
What gets me is Serbia.
Yes.
Got a strong team.
Yes.
But one guy, Joker,
Yeah.
was the most dominant person probably on that floor.
On the court.
Americans got LeBron,
Everybody.
KD.
Everybody.
So it took all them.
To beat that one guy.
I'm like,
The boy's bad.
but
now.
you
just got to give it to him.
you
They and a few people come along like that. You need a whole team to beat them. Now, not to say that Joker didn't have that one other guy that could really shoot.
Yeah.
But you're talking about a two-man team against 10 of the best that we had to offer.
Yes.
And I happened to be on treadmill at the time when they were playing, so the score was kind of obscured. So I just assumed that the United States was blowing them out.
Yeah.
Then I got a chance to watch it in the office yesterday, and I'm like, it was this close?
Yeah. Steph had to have the game of his life. LeBron had to have a triple-double.
Look. And then I had to explain to someone yesterday, I said, you guys don't understand. Every now and then somebody comes along who plays the game at their own pace, and you simply can't stop them.
Yep.
We've seen it historically. You got Russell, wasn't the fastest guy. They just couldn't do anything with him. Chamberlain couldn't do anything.
Yep.
Bird comes along, can't do anything.
Yeah.
Magic comes along, can't do anything with him.
Yeah.
And Magic was considered slow.
Yeah. In football, Jerry Rice didn't have breakneck speed.
Blazing.
He had great football speed, but he wasn't a fast
No, he wasn't a
runner.
sprinter. No, he wasn't a sprinter.
But he could beat you for 20 yards.
Absolutely. If you had to, 30.
If you had to, right? But it's an amazing. I
enjoy the thing.
I think the last hurdles and stuff for today, they're running. They got a good schedule today.
Do they?
Let me see. I have it.
I think I wait 4 years. My bucket list is to go to L.A.
Yeah.
started asking questions about it yesterday. Bishop Turner that lives out there, and he was saying, you need to get a Airbnb.
Okay.
He said because the Motel 6s are going to be charging $1,000 a day.
Yeah, you ain't spending $1,000 on those Motel 6.
No, man.
No.
I got to find me somebody out there I can stay with, man.
Right.
I
don't blame you.
I ain't trying to do that.
No. So starting at 1 o'clock, the men's high jump final. Then after that, the 800 men's.
Okay.
So it's finals from
5
1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. All the way 1 till like 3 something is all finals.
Wow.
The 4x4 relay for the men is 3.
Wow.
Women are 3:14. So yeah.
Wow.
So from 1 to about 3:30, your eyes need to be glued.
Of course, I'll be doing other things.
I know.
I'll have to watch the replay at night.
I know.
Oh, man. I'll probably catch it after 7 o'clock after I get back here.
Yeah, sorry.
Anyway.
Okay.
So, let's talk about the upheaval that is being caused. What's this? Cancer rates among millennials and Gen X are increasing? What?
Mm-hmm. A lot of it, stomach, how you say, collateral, that kind of cancer.
Okay.
They think it, of course, all the processed food that people are eating now,
Right.
obesity.
Right.
If you're not eating real food the majority of your life, your body's going to have a reaction to it eventually. So they're associating some of that to food, water. We talk about it all the time, environment.
Yep. Air, soil, water,
all
and
these,
these.
all this technology.
All those wires hanging over our head outside.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that's really unique, I was talking to one of our members who went through a very serious heart operation, came out doing very well. And while she was researching how many people had the operation that she had, the large majority were people between 20 and 35. How does something go wrong with your heart between 20 and 35? And then I read something earlier this week that I know a lot of people are glad that marijuana is legal, but it's causing cancers.
Yep.
Because it's smoking it all the time.
Yeah. To me, if you take, now this may sound controversial to some, but you'll completely understand where I'm coming from. Marijuana, the actual leaf, the plant itself, in its natural form, not getting high off of, not doing other stuff to it, does have a medicinal purpose to it. Without all of the,
But we
gotta take what God made
and mess with it.
Because I was reading somewhere, I think it was like in the islands, they would take the marijuana leaf and put it in soup and help break a cold.
Right.
In its in its purest form.
But we don't like that. We have to corrupt.
We got to take it and make it.
We got to corrupt the thing.
And
what happened to? Okay, we're gonna have this legal marijuana.
Yeah.
And I know you know the answer. At first, the premise was we're gonna take the get high out of it.
Yeah. No.
Now what happened? They just decided to leave the get high in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's money. They figure we said it years ago.
So it's not purely medicinal anymore.
Oh no.
You can't even go to one of those apothecaries and get some medicinal stuff.
You probably go to a doctor to get a medicinal version.
So the get high is still in there.
Yes.
Okay.
We said it years ago. Once they find out a way to monetize it the way they want, they're going to make it legal.
They're corrupt it, man, to make it legal.
They're going to make it.
What I'm waiting for now is them to change the IRS regulations. Because the manufacturers and the growers and all are making all kinds of money. I believe they're going to create a special tax for it, if they haven't already.
Yeah. I won't be surprised. And somebody put in the comments, too, vaping is huge with a lot of younger folk.
I see that. I actually saw a grown man yesterday walking around vaping. I'm like, what is the point?
Yeah. They think it's healthier than smoking, but
Healthier than smoking.
right, but it's still.
It's not healthy.
No.
Okay.
Like I'm not knocking anybody's diet choices, whatever like that.
Right.
But for people that choose to go vegan, I was telling my cousin this, like, yo, you're saying how healthy vegan is, but if you look at a lot of the vegan food, it's highly processed,
Absolutely.
made in a lab.
Absolutely.
You can't even pronounce the ingredients, excuse me, because they're so.
Yeah.
And they're wondering why vegans are getting stomach cancer and blah blah blah. If you're eating lab-based food. If you're going to eat vegan, eat clean vegan, like your own vegetables, your own.
Yeah.
But
folk don't want to pay for that.
no.
Because I will admit, I love walking into Whole Foods.
Yeah.
I don't like the tab when I'm coming out of there.
Oh no.
You know, their meat section is like amazing.
Yeah.
They got good produce. You know, it rains every 5 minutes and stuff.
Yeah, right. It does. Yeah.
You know, so but the most people can't afford that. And poor people are eating in the new grocery store.
Yep.
Which is the dollar.
The dollar store.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, and it's clearly not top quality food.
Yep. Yeah, it's not.
But poor folk are going to the dollar store and getting their
because they have
getting their groceries.
They have to. And somebody in the comments in Japan, same thing. Other places, the stuff that's illegal to eat in other countries is legal over here to eat.
That's crazy.
Because they other countries see what it can do to people, and they ban it. Like, go to an island. Yeah. I eat more when I'm Jamaica or whatever.
Yeah, man.
And lose weight.
Yeah, man.
Eating more.
Yeah, man.
Same workout schedule.
Exactly. But preaching to the choir. Absolutely.
Something with the food.
I eat like I haven't eaten before when I go to Jamaica.
Yep.
I mean, just bring it.
So 4 meals a day, just and still lose weight.
Aki and swordfish. Oh
yeah. Oh. I know. Some dumplings.
Dumplings.
Oh, you've been away a long time.
Oh man.
I know.
Oh, I missed that Aki and swordfish. Anyway, getting back to it. Aki, is that what he said? Yes, Aki and swordfish. Yes. Wonderful. Aki is a fruit. It kind of looks like scrambled eggs once they cook it.
Yeah.
And you mix in the swordfish. Then you have some dumplings on the side.
Wonderful.
It's amazing.
Yes.
866-743-8267, 866-743-8267. This is On Point, the #1 Saturday morning Christian-based call-in talk show in America. Live every Saturday morning from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Any smart device at David G. Evans. Won't you like us, subscribe, and really share? Invite some of your friends to join our conversation. We've got Robin from Bear, Delaware, on line 6. We've got Tom from Fort Lauderdale, from Florida. We're going to have a conversation with them. You can get on. There's still a couple lines open. 866-743-8267, 866-743-8267. South Carolina Supreme Court rules death penalty, including death by firing squad, is legal. Where is this the United States? What are we thinking about here?
They're trying to
going back to firing squads?
Trying to take us back to the
Who thought that up?
Great days.
Who thought that up?
I don't know who brought it up, but they've been doing.
They sat and decided.
Yes.
That firing squads were now legal in their state.
It's the quote-unquote tough on crime movement until it's one of their people.
That's not, you can get tough on crime and not have firing squads.
Yeah. I know.
Okay. Let's go to Robin. Good morning, Robin. How you doing?
Good morning, Bishop and Pastor Nick. Excuse me for my voice. I think I'm losing my voice.
Robin, you've been sounding hoarse for like a year. You need to tell us what you're really doing.
I don't know if my allergies or what, but...
They leave them hot toddies alone. That's what you need to do. What's going on this month? What's on your mind?
Well, Eagles won the first preseason game. It was preseason.
Who they play?
I know that.
The Ravens. No, I was here, so they don't. It was on Comcast thing. So
okay, so you didn't watch it.
That's preseason too. I don't get hyped about.
You don't care about preseason?
But
I'm
it
happy
was
it's
really
back, but it's not like people auditioning.
Okay.
So it's not like a real.
Okay.
Don't really.
So did you see any standout players on our team? Robin?
What was number 30? I think it was 38, Pastor Nick. I can't think of his name.
What position did he play?
He was a short guy. I don't know all of that, Bishop. I just love football.
That's the position he played? He was a short guy, Robin?
No, he wasn't. Pastor Nick probably know better than I do.
What position did he play? He was a short guy. Oh, Rob.
I know.
Move on to the next subject, Rob.
Yes, thank you, because I don't know.
You fumbled on this one. You fumbled the ball.
Stop, Bishop. Have you heard of the what's his name, Dr. Shane Perry, who denounced Christianity? He said because you need more than Jesus. Jesus is not all of it, and everything in the Bible is not accurate and everything.
I talked to Shane Perry myself.
Did you?
Yes. I will not go into the details of my conversation. I spoke with him at length. We text back and forth maybe 2-3 times. Suffice it to say that Shane is going through something that we all need to pray for.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Because right now he's talking the opposite of everything that he says he stood for, and he's even saying what he stood for was just a show. So that's all public stuff. The stuff we talked about, I cannot talk about on air, but it's clear he's going through some kind of challenge. He's going through some kind of challenge, of which the community that supported him, he will not be able to recover with that community. Okay, so that's all I'll say about that. Yeah.
Some of the things that he was saying.
So rather than go on what people were saying, I called him myself and had a conversation, and he took my call.
Well, like you said, we just gotta, you
just
always
pray.
teach us to pray for others.
Right, that's right.
Yep.
Pray for others.
That's
I
right.
want to get you, Bishop, your opinion and Pastor Nick's opinion as a man.
Mm-hmm.
And this is my last thing, for real.
We don't believe it, but go ahead.
Right.
Okay, there was an article I was reading. Pastor Nick can look it up to confirm what I'm getting ready to ask. There was a young man who's married, and he goes to see his daughter in college. It's not his wife's daughter. I guess he's married before. So they're at the airport, and she always waits to the last minute to get ready. They running late. So she decided to go and get some coffee. So he kept telling her, we don't have time. They already closed the door. I'm just going to run and get it. So he left her at the airport. What would you or Pastor Nick had done?
He's probably sick of her.
Would you say Pastor?
He's probably sick of her.
Yeah. He had enough. He wasn't going to miss his flight because of her.
To me.
Yeah.
Now,
She has no respect for time.
there you go. And for me.
Yes.
Because if you want me to,
we're going together.
yeah.
All right.
If you want me to value what's important to you, also value what's important to me.
Absolutely.
And if you don't value
Right.
that, it's
Absolutely.
complete disrespect.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's disrespect.
Right. Yup, he felt bad, but I'm like, it happens so many times. I'm like, every time he goes to see his daughter, which is not daughter, he does that. But this time he said, I'm going to leave
It's
her.
enough. It's
He
enough.
left her.
You said every time he went to see his daughter, she did that?
Yes.
Why does everything got to be a competition?
I know,
I
right?
don't know.
I mean, we don't know the backstory, so I can't sit there and,
Right,
But
right.
if it's happening during that time, something, I don't know. You better than
Well,
this.
I do have a real. Thanks for calling us, Robin.
All right, y'all have a blessed day. Love you
Bye-bye,
guys. See
bye-bye.
y'all tomorrow.
I do have a real life story.
Okay.
So we were in Australia. I was down there doing a revival, and we were coming back, and I boarded, and your aunt couldn't find her passport and stuff. So I was on the plane.
Yeah.
So the report I got was that she dumped everything out on the floor. She's looking for her stuff, couldn't find it, and I'm on the plane already. So the 4 other people, Jack and Gary, were like, we gonna wait for you. They were shaking their head no. They were saying we gonna wait for you. So finally, she found her stuff.
Yeah.
Got on the plane all exasperated, and she thought I was gonna get off the plane. And I believe at that time, I didn't know. So she was trying to tell them to come get me. But they never did. But we were about to leave her. She's going to have to catch the next one out. Yeah, I just called the host. Yeah, I come back to the airport and pick her up.
Oh, you took care of everything.
Yeah, I would
you
take care of
divine.
it.
You
I would
divine.
take care of it. But, we were, 5 of us wasn't missing the flight because, Let's go to Tom in Fort Lauderdale. Good morning, Tom. How you doing?
Good morning, Bishop. How you doing, Pastor Nick?
Hey, man.
We're doing all right, man. What's on your mind today? Welcome to On Point.
Great, Bishop. I have a question.
Okay.
No laws in 200.
Wait. Before you go there, Tom.
Uh-huh.
If he had COVID, why was he around the other runners? Why was he in a closed space screaming and all that kind of stuff? If he had COVID,
He was acting up before the race
it was crazy.
like he was on top of the world.
Here's what I think. Now obviously he was sick. He left half his race jumping around. He should have.
That's the same thing I thought.
He should have walked his hips out there, had his mask on, took it off when it was time. I mean, he shouldn't have been running. Because he exposed all those other guys. Back in the waiting area, he exposed them to COVID.
Yep. And there was supposed to be some outbreak. It came out like in a blip on the news, I think among China and a couple other people, and then it was gone.
What did they think it was going to
The
happen?
story was just...
What did they think was going to happen?
Yeah. Like,
You got all those people sitting in the stadium screaming the whole time. You have the athletes walking around acting like, everything's fine. The city's crowded. But when I saw him in the mask the first time, I said, whoa.
Yeah.
But that was like a few days before the 200.
Yep.
Yeah. Because we were watching it, and when he lost, because the guy said, well, he's been wearing a mask. Like, he got COVID. That's why he lost. I'm like...
Look. He's hugging his mom like he was okay.
Yeah. I know.
Can she afford to get COVID? Anyway,
I know.
We digress, Tom.
Sorry. I know.
Go back. Let's go back to your question.
Yeah, I have to say this before I go, though. That same guy smoked him in the preliminaries. But this thing with Willie Brown and Trump trying to go after Kamala for something that happened years ago,
Willie Brown.
which didn't even happen.
Yeah,
supposedly.
the guy. You mean the guy she was going with in California?
Yeah, the mayor of San Francisco.
Yeah, I mean he had been estranged like 8-9 years. They would go to certain events together. That whole thing. So, but they can't draw that analogy as with Trump's got his pants down. I mean, he's the only guy I know that I almost said something. Only guy I know that shows up at a convention with 3 baby mamas and 8 kids when he was and they say nothing. And I still say, if Obama had shown up with 3 baby mamas and a tribe of children, they would have never let it go.
Right. And
The evangelicals would have gone nuts.
They would have. It was faith and family before.
Yeah, but it wasn't when Trump came along. Their hair would have been on fire.
Right. And here's my thing. What's wrong with her dating somebody in 1994?
Okay, yeah.
We ain't talking about no crazy stuff.
No.
Guess
Not
what?
only that, he said nothing negative. He's laughing at Trump going, whatever. He goes, I never mentioned that, any woman to Trump. Why would I talk about my relationship with Trump at that point?
Well,
So he doesn't have any idea what this guy's talking about.
I think that they're desperate to find something, but I don't think a lot of people are listening.
Yeah.
It's I think it's futile what they're attempting to do, but you can't start throwing spitballs when you got a guy like Trump as your candidate.
Yeah.
You what you want to do is kind of, I think logically, you want to stay away from that conversation so you don't give your opponent ammunition every time they come together. All they got to do is keep repeating Stormy Daniels.
Yeah. And, I mean, last time I checked, when is it a problem for a woman to date a man? If a man gonna date a woman, she gotta be available, right?
And then, how stupid can you be? Choose something else. Don't say she doesn't like Jews. She's married to one.
Right. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Jeez, oh man.
That was the best.
Come on, man. Say something else.
I know. Now we ran a little bit. Can we be honest, y'all? Can y'all stop with this whole, when she was a prosecutor, she locked up a bunch of black men up? Can y'all do y'all research besides a social media tweet? Because their whole thing is, as a prosecutor, she was locking black people up. Like,
Of course she was.
but the stats that they say aren't even true.
Well, of course they're not. But you're a prosecutor.
I know.
You got a crime problem. You got to lock folk up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Black or white.
Or-
Yeah. Yes. And the stats like
That's what prosecutors do.
thousands when it was only like 32.
Well, they lying about a lot of stuff. Did you see the one about the border guard?
I don't think
The guy had the hat on, the border's weak, and then the fake nurse talking about she's weak and because of she was the czar at the border. All these people can't get health care in the United States because she's letting all these folk in.
Yeah.
The first thing was only hospital I've ever seen where there were nobody else around.
Yeah.
So it was a set.
Of course it was.
And then a border guard, people don't pay attention. The badge wasn't real. It was a patch. I'm like, when did they start dressing like, the Wild West?
I know.
Yeah.
They got to do a little better than that.
But it's black people touting this thing about her being a prosecutor.
You got to lock up folks.
Prosecutors do what they do. And watch this. If somebody in your hurt somebody in your family, you don't go to the prosecutor and say, let the person off. You're not going to do that. Come
It's
on.
ridiculous.
Stop.
Black folks saying black folk get locked. Okay, so you get in office, you're a prosecutor, you let all the black people go,
Right.
and arrest everybody else. Is that what they're saying is satisfactory?
Thank you.
It's stupid.
I know.
We're,
Prosecutors are necessary.
look,
we can agree that there is a imbalance as it relates to
Absolutely.
minorities in prison.
Absolutely.
I acknowledge that.
Absolutely.
Unjust imprisonment,
yeah,
all that.
all that.
But come on, y'all.
She locked up black folk? Come on.
Hey, Bishop.
What about not doing the crime?
Right.
What about not doing the crime so you don't have the possibility of getting locked up? We don't talk about that.
Too much logic.
How about doing the right thing?
It's too much logic.
And stop blaming people for tearing your neighborhood's tore up. You're blaming folk that don't even come to your neighborhood. It doesn't make sense.
I know.
Okay.
Hey, Bishop. On a good note.
That was a good note.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Down here in South Florida, everything seems to get twisted.
Yeah.
But this poll came out yesterday. It has Kamala Harris 14 points ahead in Miami-Dade County
Wow.
of Trump.
Wow.
So,
Is that causing a stir?
I don't know, but I mean, that it shocked me when it was all in the news last night
Wow.
down here.
Wow. Get out.
That's an indicator.
Well, they say that a positive, one of the things that's causing these rallies to be so large. I understand she had the largest one to date. It was yesterday. Is that the positivity is being recaptured?
Yep.
And if you remember, it was the positivity that helped President Obama garner the young people and the female vote.
Yep.
The whole doom and gloom thing, you get saturated with it after a while.
Yeah.
And the shame and the insults and reminds me of what I said the other day about intimidation is the weapon of the uncertain.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good bobsleigh too.
Yeah. You like it?
That's good. Yeah.
Bishop,
Yeah.
Bishop, you said something just now about large crowds.
Right.
I was going to bring this up.
Go ahead. I know what you're going to say. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Trump said that he had a crowd bigger than MLK's march on "I Have a Dream" speech.
What? That's the main reason that when he's going on a network to do a debate, they have to have it in the contract, in the agreement, that they can't fact check him while he's talking. Meaning he's coming there to lie.
Yep. Yeah.
And I don't think Vice President Harris needs to go on Fox. I think she needs to go on a network where she's going to get a fair shake.
Yep.
I don't think she has anything to prove. Everybody knows he doesn't want to debate with her. If he's allowed to lie, that's what he wants to be able to do. He wants to just machine gun. And that's not going to be a debate. And at least I'm not going to sit there and watch for an hour and a half as he just keeps talking over her.
Yeah.
It's not going to work.
No, not at all. PBS or somebody like a neutral.
He's not going to do that.
He ain't gonna do it.
Because he wants to be able to lie without being called on it. So, and I don't think he's not going to out-debate her.
Yeah, he's not.
He's not as smart as she is. She's more educated than he is. She's more articulated than he is. She's blacker than he is. It's, you know, she's a woman.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, they process, articulate.
Yeah.
We process, contemplate, articulate.
Yep.
So most men who are not raised by their mothers have the problem of contemplation, which takes too long in a debate.
Yeah. Especially argue with a black woman, you gotta know how to talk. And the look they give and everything.
You look, my mama taught me how to articulate.
Right.
Is that why we lose arguments?
Yes, we can. Look. Let me tell you what happens. Let me tell you what happens, Tom. So you're having this discussion on Monday. She thinks it's over. You come back on Thursday and say, I was thinking about so-and-so. 3-4 days of contemplation. Then the argument is lost.
Mm-hmm.
Women process, articulate. Men process, contemplate, articulate. So that's how we do it.
Mm-hmm.
So most women think guy's not engaged in the conversation.
He's thinking.
Yeah. That's it's in my book, Dare to Be a Man.
Yep.
It's funny.
That's the way it goes, man. You think about your experience, Tom, and that's what happens.
That's what I mean, exactly.
Thanks for hearing.
Lose.
Doc. Bye-bye.
See you, Tom.
866-743-8267. We're going to Carol from Pennsauken on line 4. Good morning, Carol. How you doing? Carol. Stop listening to your device. Carol. Let me put her on hold. We'll go to somebody else. Let's get to Danny on line 5. Hey, Danny, how you doing?
Bishop, Pastor Nick, how y'all doing?
Doing fine, man. What's going on with you this morning? How my sister doing?
Blessed. First of all, I just want to go ahead and compliment you all. I really enjoyed the fact that the first Sunday services that you have.
Oh, wow.
And Pastor Nick, you were on fire.
Yes, he was.
Definitely
amazing
on fire.
job. Amazing
Yes.
job.
Yes. I got to compliment you. I could give credit where credit is due. I like the way you all work together.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you have it going real good. And then the fact that's sticking with me, that I certain things that you read, but you really don't get deep into it.
Yeah.
A simple thing. Behold, I stand at the door and
Yes,
knock.
sir. Yes, sir.
If he's knocking, he's coming to you.
That's right. That's right.
He's knocking at the door.
That's right.
Great job. Great
Thank you,
job.
sir. Appreciate it.
And I just a couple of things I just want to go over. And I sound the alarm years ago when our governor came in and started these different things that was going on. We have to be on the lookout and be on point as to what's going on right now. That is, get out and vote.
That's
Get ready.
That's
and
right.
what have you. And I've been talking to like young people, telling them that you need to go ahead. I'm not going to go ahead and get involved. No, you're in the situation right now because we wouldn't be in the situation in Florida if y'all would have got out and voted.
And you know what's really amazing, Danny, is that the people that study the psychological side and emotional side of politics, they've already predicted that the way we react in a negative situation is to withdraw, but then complain about the result. So it's almost like the Bible talks about a mother forgetting the pain of labor after the child is born. We forget the struggle, just so quickly. We're like professional athletes. We put a bad game behind us almost immediately.
Yep. That's true.
I don't get it.
It's like those who, some of the black women that are a little more on the liberal side complained about Hillary Clinton. But then when Trump got elected, complained about him the whole time. And now they're right back around to, I don't want to vote for Kamala because she's not liberal, But y'all complained about Trump for 4 years.
It's crazy.
I'm like, Can y'all process?
Is it that evident?
Yeah.
That our culture, through our women, celebrate drama more than they should, because that was just confusion. Is that?
Yeah.
And it reminded me of one of those reality programs where the stress and the aggravation is managed and purposed.
Yep.
And we're supposed to be the largest watchers of those programs. Why do we support confusion?
Yep. The drama in somebody else's life. Go ahead, Danny.
We got to come together. The thing is that some key points that in some speeches that they were talking about, especially like with Trump, some things that he said that set me back and really got me fired up when he came and said black jobs.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The reason why I say that is that when I was discharged from the service, giving my service, and then coming back home, I didn't have anything. I was away from home for 4 years.
Okay.
I wasn't allowed to come back. It wasn't like now where you could just come back and the guys, they go over to Afghanistan and they're allowed to come home on leave. I didn't.
Wow.
Bishop, I was behind time.
Okay.
I saw people wearing afros. I didn't know what that was.
Okay.
Bell bottoms. I didn't know what that was.
Okay.
Men wearing high heel shoes. So I was not really.
I remember.
I was not connected. I was lost, and I never came back in. So I eventually had to go and get a job, and I listed my qualifications. And I wanted to work with the airline, but they would not give me the job that I was qualified for.
Okay.
Because of the fact the statement was used on me, and it hurts today. All right, that's not a black man's job.
Whoa.
Keeping you out of that job I was qualified for. And all kind of tricks were played because I believe in the service at that time, in order to get a plane up in the air, it had to stay in the air, be ready to go at any time. There was no messing around.
Right.
Okay? To change an engine in the service would take us a matter of hours to do it.
Okay.
All right? In civilian life, it took weeks.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
But, you know, they brought that, when he said that, that brought back that pain. I didn't realize how much that hurt me that much.
Wow. Yeah, that stuff doesn't go away, Danny. It's like I ran across a YouTube where they were going to show the shooting of that young lady, the last.
Yeah.
And I immediately switched away because I can't watch that stuff because it takes me back to the counter, you know, the separate eating counters and bathrooms and water fountains and, you know, can't go in this door, got to go in the side door at Woolworths. I mean, that stuff takes me back, and I know it, and it's not good for my heart.
Right.
It's not good for my heart. So I get it, Danny.
But, you know, Bishop, I say this time and time again, and thank you so much for listening. That's I don't know, there's something that you have, a quality that you can listen and teach at the same time. You got me to be more open about things that happened years ago as far as, you know, with the war and what have you, and to open up and speak about it.
I appreciate that,
you know, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Kiss my sister.
But once again, y'all keep it up. You're doing a great job. Fantastic.
Thank you, man.
You and the staff.
All right. Hug my sister for me, man.
Pastor Nick, thank you
Bless
again.
you, man. Yep.
All right.
All right. Bless you.
Bye-bye.
Bless you.
That was Danny from Lauderhill, Florida. Let me see. Let's try Carol again, okay? Carol, are you there? Carol. Carol's listening to her device. Let's go to someone else. Let's go to Sharon. Hey, Sharon, how you doing?
I'm fine. How are you this morning?
All right, girl. This thing is hot and heavy up in here today. What's going on?
Boy, you got on fire a few minutes ago. I had to kind of laugh at that myself. But listen,
Oh, man.
let me share this with you. LULAC is a Hispanic organization that's real deep, and so they have endorsed Vice President Harris.
Okay.
And so that's why you see the Hispanic movement, and they have never endorsed a candidate for president ever. So this is going to be something interesting. That's something I wanted to point out too.
Describe LULAC to me. What exactly?
LULAC is the Hispanic. It's the Hispanic equivalent to the NAACP.
Okay.
And so they are now pushing for Kamala Harris, and so they have a wide range of Hispanics. It's a Hispanic organization, and you have one of the vice presidents is on the city council here in Dallas. Mm-hmm. So they are moving. So they are really moving towards her. So they're getting out their votes because they're voting for her.
That's good.
Because
that's
one
good
of the
news.
things. I'm sorry. What now?
That's good news.
Yeah, that is good news. And I wanted to say Willie Brown.
Yeah.
And it was another one that Trump made a false statement and said that they were on a helicopter together, and the helicopter was going down.
Mm-hmm.
And so they wrote in and told us that was a lie. They had never been on a helicopter with him. So maybe Pastor Nick can look that up.
Yeah, I saw that. He lied about it, yeah.
Why, though? It wasn't necessary.
Right. Just trying to taint.
Kamala Harris as being something that she's not. But I'm waiting for this debate on September. I don't believe
it's going to happen. I don't believe it's going to happen. I could be wrong now. I want to be wrong. But I don't believe it's going to happen. He does not want to get on the stage with her unless he's already understanding he can break every rule of debate. Doesn't have to give her a chance to speak. He can just try to steamroll her. He can throw dirty bombs at her, But they used to say back in the old days, people that throw stones should not live in glass houses.
Glass houses. That's right.
The Bible says it's something like this. While you're trying to get the speck out of my eye, why don't you do something about the whole tree that's in yours? Yep. It's that they don't want to play that game. He has too much vulnerability, but they don't have any. They don't have any other skill.
No. You know what's crazy? I was reading about the Balco thing in the early 2000s. I didn't notice till this morning. It had me read about it for some reason. The whistleblower who told on Balco for providing the steroids, they ended up doing the research and found out the guy who was a whistleblower was an athlete doing steroids.
Of course.
He was trying to get rid of one of his rivals, and then it came back and bit him in his butt.
All of them.
So you tried to get somebody else's downfall, and you end up falling at the same time?
What I tell you years ago. Some people like horses.
Yeah, that's true.
Other people like mules.
Yep.
A mule will run up to the ditch and throw you in. A horse, on the other hand, will run into the ditch, kill himself, and kill you.
Yep.
Some people like horses, some are like mules.
It was amazing. All that Marion Jones, all that stuff came out. Barry Bonds, because there's one guy who was guilty of.
So busy trying to get somebody. Forgot his own back door was open. Lord have mercy.
I got one. Okay.
Go ahead, Sharon.
Yeah, one more question. What do you all think about her choice for? I came on a little bit later. You have to excuse me for that. But have you all discussed her VP?
Yeah, I think people don't understand it because they don't know him. But from what I hear, he's got the military background. He's got the civic stuff. Minnesota supposedly has been turned around by him. He's got a bunch of good programs, and he seems to. I don't know how you call a guy a socialist and a veteran at the same time. And is it socialist because you help out people in your state who you're capable of helping? They call that in some places helping people. Yeah. But when I'm against you, I call your generosity socialism.
Yeah. Who would have thought feeding kids lunch because they're hungry and helping kids eat at school is socialist?
Because capitalists is supposed to leave them hungry.
That's true. Yeah.
So we have something else to complain about. I don't get it. I think she did as well as she could. Yeah. She couldn't have picked another woman.
Right.
She certainly couldn't. No. That would have been,
I mean, we're being honest.
She had to go to a white male, older, credibility, who had what this guy has. Yeah. They're trying to make something out of his hand gestures now.
I know.
They don't have anything else.
Nothing.
And one of the commentators from Fox came on and said that really and truly she liked him. And the guy said, "What?" She said, "He has charisma."
He does.
So I wonder how he's going to fit with Trump's VP.
Well, he doesn't. He's outclassed. What the Republicans now do is not debate facts. What they do is steamroll through every interview. So it's talking over, talking loud, nonstop. You know, one platitude after another. It's no longer a conversation, and that's very frustrating for me.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sharon.
Thank you all. You all be blessed.
Talk
Bye-bye.
to you now. Bye-bye. Let's see. Scott. Good morning, Scott. How you doing?
Bishop Evans, Bethany, how you guys doing?
Hey, man, we got Texas in here. We got New Jersey in here. We got Florida in here. What's happening down in Vineland?
Not a darn thing. Nothing. But real quick, I know you guys can get out of there. The women's basketball team.
Yeah.
Yeah, the men won, but the women were like, "Look, we're not gonna do that," and they sure enough did.
Asia's a beast, man.
Oh.
Asia Wilson's a beast.
Yeah.
She is.
That other girl from Connecticut played on that championship team.
Oh, I gotta look up the name. I think they know you're talking about the white girl.
Yeah, she bad, man.
They
just crushing them.
They was like, nah, man, we're not going to do what the men did. No disrespect to the men, but they jumped out and just kept that lead and didn't look back. And then I can't think of the young lady's name. Track and field, you know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Boy, she ran that 4x100. She turned around and was like,
Shikari.
"Oh, which one of y'all going to see the back of my forehead?"
Yeah, but this is my problem. And I love the fact that we won. But after you lose in your specialty, I don't think you should be looking at people like, how you like that now.
Okay.
I think you ought to be, you didn't get the gold medal, which everybody thought you were going to get. It's not time to be flexing as you're going across the line. It's not the same.
I guess you could say it's like you're contradicting yourself.
Yeah, it's the 100 meters thing is the premier event in the sprints. I like the 200 better, but the 100 meter is it. You didn't do well. Yeah. I think she came in third.
Okay, see, I didn't know that.
She got the silver, right?
She gets some. Yeah. They beat her.
Yeah.
What's her name from
St. Lucia?
Yeah, smoked them.
Yeah.
All right,
okay.
and then I don't even think did Shikari run in 200?
No.
But she wasn't because she's gonna lose that too.
Gabby would have smoked her.
Yeah, and Alfred would have smoked her too.
Yeah.
So
okay. So I didn't know the young lady.
You get to the relay. It's time to just win it, not flex as you 5 meters out. Come on.
Okay.
Man, come on. I ran sprints, so I wasn't the most shy sprinter. I mean, I had my stuff too, shades and flashy white socks and all that kind of stuff.
All right, Deion Sanders over there.
But that was long before Deion was ever. Look. But still, I was thinking about it yesterday. The level of these people. I only lost one race in 2 years. High hurdles, very technical thing. One race in 2 years, and lost that by like 100th of a second. But to watch these people, those decathletes blow my mind.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Do all the stuff in the
yeah, how can you do 10 events, man?
Unbelievable.
In a matter of days.
Yep. Yeah.
Unbelievable. Now, last but not least, this Vice President Kamala Harris and Mr. Waltz thing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, they're saying the coalition it's almost getting bigger than President Barack's, and
Look.
I saw that J.D. Vance. He is such a munchkin. I'm being, of course, nice saying munchkin. You saw probably the other day. He got to the airport.
Yeah.
Saw Vice President's plane. He's gonna walk over there. I'm like, man, what you gonna do if get told off?
Talking about it's gonna be my plane in the future and all that stuff like that.
And
then ran away after she got in the car. Like,
come on, man.
Yeah. But you know what? We saw what she did. She just ignored him, bloop, 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 and just rode right on past him.
That's what she needed to do.
Oh yeah. Class act. But he gonna sit up there. She won't take questions. Right. He's walking around with his 3 or 4 entourage.
Yeah.
Man, if you go sit down somewhere and go have a cup of coffee, better yet a Mountain Dew.
Yeah. Good. Thanks for calling, man.
All right, you guys take care.
Talk to you. Bye-bye. We have about 4 minutes. I want to get to LaRonda on line 4. LaRonda, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, how are you this morning? Welcome to On Point.
I'm here. Good morning. Good morning, Bishop.
Hi.
And Pastor Nick.
Hi.
How you guys doing?
Doing all right. What's your comment today? We got about 2 minutes.
Okay, real quick. First of all, thanks for getting me baptized, Pastor Nick and Bishop.
Absolutely.
I'm so happy I got baptized this weekend.
Absolutely.
This past weekend. I just want to comment on Kamala Harris. She has my vote.
Good.
First of all, and I wish Donald Trump would just go sit down and retire, call it a break. Yeah. But you know what? What's right is right and wrong is wrong. And she has my vote, and I wish her good luck, her success, and becoming the first president, woman, first of all, woman, the United States. And I'm all for her, And did you see that thing on the on the tarmac when they was trying to get off that guy from the other party trying to go over
they were
to
just
the
just
airplane and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Did y'all see that on the news? That was crazy. How disrespectful was that?
Yeah.
To try to go to the airplane and stuff like that. No way, nowhere. I don't care what it is. That's just so disrespectful. Go into your own airplane.
Did he have one? Did he have one? He doesn't have a plane, does he?
The airplane. He was supposed to be there. All on the way.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Thank you, Loretta.
But anyways, God bless you guys.
All right. See you tomorrow.
All right.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right. We got 2 minutes. We're going to try Carol one more time. Carol, are you there? Carol? Okay. Now, got a lot to do in 1 minute. Now, of course, we're asking you to join us tomorrow for our worship service. Our 8 a.m. service is virtual. Our 11 o'clock service is in person. We're having an incredible time at our 11 a.m. service. The worship is just out of this world. Tomorrow, this month is our Transforming Lives Month. We're inviting everyone to come, of course, members and friends of members. If you've never been to our ministry, we're inviting you to come. This is our Family and Friends Month. Each one bring one. This is our intense evangelical month. And we're always intensely evangelical. We're evangelists on steroids this month. We want you to come out and join us. We're doing the Prodigal Son all this month. Next Sunday is our Women's Day celebration, so we're looking forward to that. We no longer require vaccinations, and masks are optional. You can wear your mask if you want to. If you don't, you're fine. Our midweek services on Wednesday are noon and 7. You don't want to miss them. Pastor Nick is on a great series. I'm in one now called Game Changers, so we're having a great time. If you want some updates as to what's going on with us, you can text BBC News to 28950. If you need some inspirational lifts during the week, text BBC Elevate to 28950. If you have a prayer request, you want us to touch and agree with you, email your prayer request to social@go2bethany.com. That's social@go2bethany.com. We also want to remind you, our mission to Africa is heating up. We want you to be a part of what we're going to do. I want you to stay tuned so you can be a part of us impacting the lives of hundreds of children in Malawi. We're going to the Mbuchera region, and we're looking forward to having the support of those. We're going to bring medical care, water, food, everything, but we want you to be a part of sponsoring a child with us. Subscribe to David G. Evans 1 and BBC of NJ on YouTube. Also subscribe to our DGEMS, DGEMS, and our On Point podcast platforms. Well, we wrap up another program. Thank you for every call that came in today. For Pastor Nicholas A. Smith, remember, don't leave the A out. I'm Bishop David G. Evans. And remember, faith acts like a thing is so, even when it's not so, that it might be so. God bless you. Pray for us. Pray for our technical staff. We continue to be strong and do a great job for you every week. See you next time.